The main priority of the Oakley Police Department is to provide safety and security to our residents. That is something we strive to do to the best of our ability every single day that we work. Alexis Gabe is a Oakley resident who was last seen on January 26th in the city of Antioch. Her disappearance has both been very frustrating and heartbreaking for all concerned. Our investigation into the disappearance of Alexis Gabe has consumed the men and the women of my department, and she has been our primary focus since our investigation began. Early on in this investigation, I adjusted resources within my department, and I reassigned some of our personnel to the investigations unit in order to push this investigation as far and as fast as we could early on. The Oakley Police Department appreciates all of the assistance we have received from numerous agencies, primarily the Antioch Police Department. We stand a better chance of finding Alexis because of all the help that we have received. In addition to locating Alexis, preserving the integrity of this case has been one of our highest priorities. We have now reached a point that is beyond frustrating for all of us. We have simply run out of investigative routes to follow. We have exhausted all investigative avenues, and we are now seeking the assistance of the public. I'm going to let Detective Tyler Horn speak to the actual investigation, but I wish to make it known Alexis is a daughter, a sister, a dear friend of many, and a person that the Oakley Police Department feels very close to at this point. To that end, I can attest that we have literally searched land, sea, and air for Alexis.
Good morning. On January 26th at approximately 6:30 p.m., Alexis Gabe left her family residence at the Oaks apartment in the city of Oakley after a brief phone conversation with a friend of hers. Her last known destination was a residence in Antioch. Her parents, Gwyn and Gabe, did not hear from Alexis for the remainder of that night. It's extremely unusual behavior for Alexis. She normally remained in close contact with her family. On January 27th, Alexis Gabe was reported missing to the Oakley Police Department. Officers conducted area searches and spoke with family and friends of Alexis. Alexis' family and friends gathered to search for Alexis in the Oakley area, and Alexis' vehicle was located abandoned at the intersection of Trent Street and Carrington Drive in Oakley. On January 28th, Oakley police detectives received the case and coordinated efforts to begin to try to locate Alexis. Oakley police began extensive area checks and neighborhood checks in Oakley and Antioch. Detectives conducted interviews with key witnesses and gathered crucial surveillance footage from the relevant areas. We'd like to play a clip now. So this clip is located about 5 minutes from where the vehicle was dropped off. Based on the surveillance footage gathered, we believe that a male subject was responsible for abandoning Alexis' vehicle. The male was approximately 5'11" to 6 foot tall, slim build, dark skin, wearing a large jacket, a beanie or a cap, an N95 style face mask with a beard protruding from underneath. This individual is the person of interest in Alexis' disappearance. We are seeking the public's help in identifying him. The individual walked away on foot from Alexis' vehicle through the city of Oakley and appears to walk back towards the city of Antioch. The investigation has been ongoing and active since the Oakley Police Department received the initial report. Numerous search warrants have been written and executed during this investigation, and the Oakley Police Department can officially state that we believe Alexis' disappearance was not by accident or by choice. We strongly suspect foul play, and we seek the public's assistance in locating Alexis. Oakley Police Department has set up a dedicated tip line regarding the Alexis Gabe case. To leave tips by phone, dial 925-625-7009, and the public can also leave tips via email at alexistips@ci.oakley.ca.us.
Thank you, Tyler. With that, we would like to call up Mayor Randy Pope to make a statement.
On behalf of the Oakley City Council and all the residents of the city of Oakley, we want your daughter home. We want Alexis home. To help further that, the city has created a reward fund. Is another tool that our investigators and the family can use to help uncover more information. Hopefully somebody who wasn't otherwise inclined to come forward will be enticed to come forward to claim the reward, and we can bring Alexis home.
Sir. And with that, we're gonna have Mr. Gabe say a few words.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Gwyn, Gabe, and I'm the father of Alexis. First, we would like to thank the mayor and the council members, Chief Beard and Detective Moore, the Oakley PD and the Antioch PD, and the city of Oakley for their support with putting up the reward money that can help get information we need to find and save our daughter. Just like everyone else, we've had our challenges in life, but this is by far the most unexpected and most difficult thing we've had to face. Which is the reason why it's taken so long for my wife and I to speak publicly about this. It's been 3 long, excruciating months since Alexis' disappearance. Since the day our daughter went missing, we've questioned our faith, have been completely overwhelmed and filled with doubt and despair. But with the love and support of those around us, we continue to find renewed strength and hope every day. We know this ordeal has impacted not only our families' lives and those who knew and loved Alexis, but also the lives of the people within the community. Alexis is an amazing woman, daughter, sister, and friend. She is genuine, loving, kind, smart, and loyal. She is full of wit and humor. She still has so much light, laughter, and joy to share. We are pleading to whomever has information regarding Alexis' disappearance to please come forward. Please give Alexis the chance to be the person she is meant to be in this world. Tell us where our daughter is. Help us bring her back home. We need our daughter back. Thank you.
Again. Thank you all for being here and hearing about Alexis. This is the biggest case my department has had in our relatively short history. We realize this case is bigger than us at a very early stage, and we cannot effectively investigate this case had it not been for the assistance of other agencies such as Antioch PD. Together, Antioch and Oakley PD have worked together diligently every day of the week since she's been gone, and at times around the clock. I'm going to move into a question and answer period shortly, but I wish to reiterate that we are still seeking the assistance of the public. That is the main theme of today's conference. My message to you is we need assistance from the public to help us solve this case. And bring Alexis back and bring peace to our family. The Oakley Police Department, the Antioch Police Department, the City of Oakley all stand in support of the Gabe family. We hope this information has been helpful, and with that, we are open to questions. Yes, sir.
Alan Payton Harold, just any leads at all, got anywhere in this case?
Probably a question best answered by the investigator.
Yes, sir. We've had numerous leads that have led us to certain places, and we continue to investigate all leads as they come in. And that's why it's important that we reach out to the public today in order to seek assistance.
How far and wide are the leads coming from?
From local communities and from places we don't even know. So we're just hoping that more people call in and more people will talk to us and try to lead us in a good way.
What number should they call?
Area code 925-625-7009.
7009. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You know what she was doing when she was, before she was taken, was she visiting friends, or what was she up to?
She was visiting a residence in Antioch.
If the boyfriend was a person of interest, enough of a person of interest to get a search warrant to search his house, is he still a person of interest?
He is one of many persons of interest in this case, yes.
What have you done to follow up on finding him? I understand he's disappeared. Has he disappeared?
He has not, as far as I know.
This image right here, was this person caught on multiple cameras, and was it, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, ma'am. So we gathered multiple angles of surveillance from relevant areas. And that's just a still photo of that same person. But it's one of the best pictures that we have that we wanted to share.
And again, where's that picture taken?
This is at Oakley Road in Belden Lane, which is approximately 4 or 5 minutes from where the car was dropped off.
Is this still considered a search effort or is it a recovery effort at this point?
So we will always treat it as a search effort. The goal is to bring Alexis home to her family, and we will continue to approach it that way.
Thank you.
There was a search of the home in Antioch, can you share anything about the outcome of that?
That was just the last place that she was known to be, so that's where we started. Again, I know it's frustrating, but we're not gonna get into certain pieces of evidence or anything that we gathered from that. Yes, ma'am.
Melissa Van Rooten with Brentwood Press. I understand that officers were in Pioneer, California searching. What was the tip that led you to Pioneer, and what was it that you were searching for? Was it Alexis herself or articles that maybe she owned or anything like that?
Again, I know it's frustrating that we can't give out certain pieces of information. That's just one of the pieces that led us to that point, and we searched the area, and we will continue searching.
Were you able to track her phone at all? Did she get like any hits on her phone after she disappeared?
Again, that's one of those pieces of information that we just probably won't share at this point. Again, I know it's frustrating.
I hope everybody can understand that there's still a great element of case integrity that we have to maintain for Alexis. And that is why we cannot speak to certain things.
Are you able to give any update on the search of the home in Antioch, the search warrant that was served? Was there any evidence that could have possibly been found? I'm not asking for what evidence, but was there anything additionally found in that search?
When we execute search warrants, we get pieces of evidence from those, and we then keep them here.
Was there a heavy smell of bleach in the house in Antioch when you searched it?
Again, that's probably just, I don't know where that came from, but that's, I don't know where, but we just wouldn't speak on that.
And again, I'm sorry to repeat it, the closest that this person was to the vehicle was how close was this person?
We believe that he dropped that vehicle off. Yeah, that's about 4 or 5 minutes away from where the vehicle was positioned and where the family located it.
So you do know where the boyfriend is right now, is that correct?
Again, that's one of those things that we're not gonna talk about at this time. When we have more information, we'll be happy to share.
Could the public meeting have a help to find him? You put out a picture of the boyfriend?
That's why we're seeking information from the public. We're not essentially looking for him, we're just looking for a lead in general.
So you had mentioned Oakley Police and Antioch Police were two of the agencies involved. What other agencies are involved in the search effort as well?
So in a case like this, we reach out to many, many agencies. I'm not gonna give the details of how many other agencies that did help us, but I can assure you that each agency we did reach out to did assist us in some way, shape, or form.
And does that include the FBI as well, or strictly local agencies?
Many local agencies. We did use the FBI to help us establish our reward fund. You know, we were working with them as recent as this week in that regard.
Perfect, thank you.
How many tips on average would you say come into the tip line that you have set up? And then the second part of that question is, how do you determine whether or not it is a credible lead to follow?
I don't think I could put a number on how many tip lines calls come in, but every lead is followed up on, to the point of exhaustion to where we have to rule it out.
How did the reward fund come to be? Was that all donations or?
So it was an idea conceived by the Gabe family, and then they brought it to us, and then we started to work on that. The $10,000 is being put up by the city of Oakley right now. Yes.
Was the Class Kids Foundation came in to assist with the search efforts? Was there anything credible turned up by any of those search efforts? And what else did they do to help with the search?
Well, the Class Foundation was wonderful in that they helped to galvanize our community and help us have a formal way of searching the different areas of interest that we had specified. Some of these areas were areas of interest, some of these areas were more germane than we think Alexis may be, and some of these areas were just things that were conceived by the Class Foundation themselves as you think about searching in this area. No, we did not. Okay, let us help you out with that.
Are there going to be further searches with the Class Kids Foundation? If so, when?
But nothing is planned right now with the class.
How many officers are working on this, both with OPD and APD?
I could not put a number to that because I don't know the specific numbers from Antioch. I can tell you from the Oakley side, I have dedicated upwards of 6 to 7 people to this case. Yes, ma'am.
I know that it was asked for citizens with boats to help search along the Delta. Has there been anything fruitful from those searches?
No. Okay. If there's nothing else, folks, I really appreciate you being here to help with our actions.